Guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I got Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge with me, and today we are going to install and review Android 9, Android P for the Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. So first of all, guys, I'm really sorry for this broken device here with this white line over there. So I dropped this phone again, like the 5th time or so. But yeah, I'm really sorry for that. And another thing which we need to do is to thank Ivan Meller, or however he's called, because he's the guy who brought Android P to our Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So big thanks to him. Right, guys, so today we are going to install and review this ROM on our Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. I will split this video into two parts as always. So in the first part we are going to install this ROM on our Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and in the second part of this video we are going to take a short look on Android P on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Right, guys, so now let's start with the installation part. Right, guys, so before you install Android P on your Samsung Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge, there are a couple of things which you need to do first. So the first thing is to download the ROM, of course. So you need to download the ROM and the GApps package to get all the Google stuff working on your device, so like the Play Store, like Google Chrome and so on. And you will also need to install TWRP on your Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge first. So if you haven't done that already, there are a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how to install that on your Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. And yeah. Right, guys, so the first thing which you need to do in order to install this ROM is to power off your device and boot to the TWRP recovery. So basically say power off, let the phone shut down, and press the volume up button, the home button and the power button to get to the TWRP recovery. So press all of them at the same time until you see this boot logo. Then you need to release these buttons. Right, guys, here we are in TWRP recovery. The first thing which you need to do is go to the wipe section here and perform a normal factory reset. Then you need to go back, go to the install section here and locate your ROM where you have stored it in your device. In my case, it's in a downloads folder here, and this here is the ROM. It's called Lineage OS 16. So basically press on it and swipe to flash. So this process could take like 1 or 2 minutes, you just need to wait. Right, guys, so as you can see, the ROM is installed now, and the first thing which you need to do is to go back, go to reboot and reboot the system. And if TWRP asks you to install the TWRP app, say do not install. So right, guys, now we have installed the ROM on our device, but we haven't got the Play Store on board. So the first thing which you need to do now is to let the ROM boot, and then we are going to boot to the TWRP recovery again and install the GApps to get the Play Store. So first of all, let the phone boot. So as you can see, guys, the ROM booted up now, but we don't have the Play Store on board. So the first thing which you need to do now is go back, go to the TWRP recovery again, so shut the phone down, press the volume up button, the home button and the power button at the same time when the phone is turned off. So press all of them at the same time. And let the phone boot up to the TWRP recovery. Right, guys, so here in the TWRP recovery you need to go to the install section here and locate your GApps. So in my case it's located in the SD card, and this here is the GApps. You can download them from the description of this video, of course. And yeah, now you need to swipe to flash. So this process could also take like 1 or 2 minutes, or maybe a little bit longer, so just wait until the installing process is finished. Right, guys, so the installing process of the GApps is also finished. Now we can go back and do a normal factory reset again, but you don't have to do that. And then say reboot to the system. And if TWRP asks you to install the TWRP app, I'm not quite sure if you can see it, say do not install. Right guys, so now the installation process is completely finished. Now you just need to wait until the phone boots up. Right guys, now we've installed the ROM and the GApps are also there. So now you need to set up your phone, so let's do that quickly. Let's say start. Let's say skip here because I don't have any SIM card in there. Let's connect to our Wi-Fi. Okay, let's say don't copy data. Now let us sign into our Gmail account. Next. Accept. As you can see, it asks us for our fingerprint, so let's try that if it's working or not. Let's say next. Fingerprint and pattern. Okay, here we go. And as you can see, it seems to work quite nice. Next. Skip. No thanks. And here we go. Right guys, so this here is Android P on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. As you can see, you got this new notification panel here, this new launcher, this new recent apps section here. So there are a lot of things which are new in Android P, and now let us take a look at this ROM. So guys, first of all, this ROM is not as stable as all of the touchless ROMs which are out for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So this here is based on AOSP, this is Lineage OS 16, and it is not as stable as any other touchless ROM. But it's still ready to be used as a daily driver because there are less bugs, but you can face to some other bugs here and there, and yeah, so you can face to some unexpected bugs. Right, so let's do a normal bug test. So first of all, here the camera. As you can see, the camera is working quite well. It's normal Google camera with less functions here. As you can see, you got all that standard options here. The front cam is also working really nice. And yeah, we have also got the Play Store on board, as you can see, so let's check if that's working with the normal GApps. And as you can see, it's working. We can download any app here, so let's try that. Let's try to install Instagram, for example, and you can see that it's installing here. And right, so the SIM card is also working on this ROM, so you can make calls. I'm not quite sure if VO LTE is working or not, because I don't use this in my country. But the mobile data is working for sure, the Bluetooth is working for sure, the Wi-Fi is also working for sure, and so on. The browser which we get on this ROM is quite okay, but I would recommend you to install Chrome or any other browser. And yeah, this here are all the apps which we got on this ROM. So you get the normal settings app, the recorder app, which is really nice, so you can record your screen with this app and you can record some sound. The Play Store, the phone app, which is still the same, the musics app, which is also still the same, the messaging app, Instagram, which we have downloaded from the Play Store, is there, the gallery app, the files app, emails, contacts, clock, camera, calendar, calculator, and the normal browser. So you can see that almost all of the apps are still the same. So the apps are still the same, so there are no changes, but the system itself has got some big differences. For example, you can see the new recent apps section here. It's really different. Now you have to scroll vertically here, or I mean horizontally, and on the left you got your clear all button. So I personally think that this recent apps section here is much harder to use than on Android's Lollipop or Nougat or Oreo, for example, because this here is, I don't know, it's not easy to handle. And right, so you also got a new notification panel here. So there are, I mean, as you can see, it has got a new look here, and I mean, it gets a new look with any new Android version, and this time it has got a new look again. You can see that the items here, the toggles here are rounded now, and the bad thing here is that if you pull down the notification panel once, you cannot access to the settings from here. So you need to pull down the notification panel twice in order to go to the settings here. And another thing which is really disappointing is that you cannot switch your network connection directly from the notification panel. So on Android Lollipop, in Android Marshmallow, in Android Nougat, and in Oreo, you are able to change your network connection directly when you pressed on this text over here, but now it doesn't work. So this is really disappointing. And yeah, another thing which is not that nice is that you have a black bar at the top here. This is made for the phones with a notch there, but I mean, it does not look nice on phones without a notch, to be honest. Right, so they've also added something called Manage Notifications, just like in TouchWiz. Here you can go to your notification settings directly from this shortcut. Right, so the battery life of this ROM is not the best, so of course you cannot expect the best battery life on AUSP ROMs, so they are not made to get a really good battery life, but I'm also sure that the developers will improve this ROM in terms of performance, in terms of battery life, and so on. So if you want to get the best camera quality, if you want to get the best performance and battery life, you should not install this ROM, because this here is not an official TouchWiz based ROM. This is built from the normal Google source, and it is not as stable as the TouchWiz ROMs. So this is basically just to get the latest version of Android on your Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. Right guys, so this should be it. If you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, as always, give a thumbs down. And yeah, peace out.